Hi guys, today we are going to be printing some Christmas cards. First of all, we're going to start off by taking our ink, putting it out onto our glass slab. I'm using Cranefield Calico Safe Wash Relief inks with the Process Yellow and Process Blue Cyan. They are oil-based and washable, so they clean up with water and like dish soap when they're still wet, but once they dry, they're pretty good. They're pretty solid. You can't really wash the color out. They're not like a typical speedball water-based ink that I've used in the past. If you use the water-based speedball, no problem with that. I've just had too many issues with it in the past, so I switched over. I much prefer these Cranefield Calico Safe Wash Relief inks. Highly recommend those. So you see I mixed up this beautiful green color for our pine tree or Christmas tree, whatever you want to see it as. And I'm just removing some of the excess like lino that didn't need to be there. Sometimes I do this like after I print it a couple times, there ends up being like little pieces that come up, and sometimes I keep them because it looks cool, and sometimes it's just kind of distracting, so I'll end up carving them away. It just is really depends how I'm feeling. So I made up a bit of a mess, and as you see, it just cleans up right up with water and dish soap. No like vegetable oil or any hard solvents or anything like that. And story on this, well, I messed up that print, but we're not going to talk about it because I fix it later. But story about this glass Baron, it was actually an insulator that I got from an antique store, a glass insulator, and then I hot glued a felt pad onto the bottom of it. If I can, I'm going to leave the YouTube video that I watched that kind of inspired me to do that. But the lady in the video used like a candle lid instead of like an insulator because most people probably don't just have like insulators laying around, but I found one at a thrift store, so that was cool. I really like my little DIY guy so far. It's a lot cheaper than getting like a $75 to $150 glass baron off of Etsy. Or I really do want one of those like Iron Frog glass barons, but I just do not have the money for that right now. I appreciate the the little glass insulator I found. It gives some good weight, more than your typical like speedball baron that I have. Wooden spoons are also good, and if worse comes to worse, just use your hands. But long story short, if you find like a glass insulator, highly recommend keeping it for silly things like this, because I really enjoy mine. But basically, I'm just printing a lot of these Christmas cards. I got this 50 pack of Christmas cards. I actually got two 50 packs of these like brown, like cardboard Christmas cards on clearance, and I figured, oh, great, that'll be even cheaper, so I can just charge like $1 for my cards or whatever. And I actually had a lady buy 5 of them yesterday at a holiday market that I was at, so that was great. I'm hoping to maybe do another market in like a couple weeks here so that I can try to sell more of them. It's also like specifically a Christmas market, so hopefully I can try to sell those. If not, they'll just go into storage until next year, or I'll like use some of them and send them to people or whatever. But yeah, I was really hoping to sell more, but I'm glad that I sold any. And she did buy the tree ones that I'm working on here. You'll see later in the video that I made a really cute one that's a cat in a cardboard box with a Santa hat on it. And I think it's super cute. I just kind of like drew it on my linoleum and carved it out one evening. I basically carved all of these out and then just immediately printed them in like a little afternoon session of printing, so it was really fast and easy project. I also have one that is like a stack of presents, and I'll try to include a picture of that at the end also, but I made those in red ink, Calico's red safe wash ink, and I really like how the red pops on the cardboard. Basically, all this to pretty much just show you that you can just get a small block of linoleum, carve it out, and do whatever design you want, and just hand print your own cards to send to family or friends or whoever, or sell at events like I did. And people will buy them, they can be a pretty affordable little gift. And really easy, fun afternoon project to do. And it can be as complicated or as simple as you want. I think this is a pretty simple one that I'm doing. It's just one color, but if you want to go crazy with like a multi-layer card print, then go for it. And as now we're reaching the end of the video where I show you guys the other cards that I made, I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week on Sunday. Thanks a lot. Bye.